Tom, according to the publisher of Kamala Harris's campaign book, she has a hit on her hands. So this book, it's 107 Days is the title, and it's sold 350,000 copies so far. They've ordered a fifth printing, and they say that it is on the trajectory to be the best-selling memoir of 2025. Reviewers haven't been as kind, but what do you make of the book, and what about these sales numbers?
I mean, well, yeah, about those sales numbers. Look, maybe there's just a huge groundswell of support for Kamala Harris, and certainly if you look at, and I posted something on this morning, because Kamala Harris is coming, her book tour's coming to Chicago next week. And I was like, oh, it's on Saturday at 3 p.m. And my kids, I happen to be open. And I'm like, maybe I'll just go down there. And I looked at the tickets and they're like, it's $124 to get in the door, to get the worst seats possible. If you want to sit up front, it's like $2,000. The average ticket price is like around $500 or $600.
Kamala Springsteen.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I can go to the Cubs game, playoff game against the Padres today for less money and have a lot better time.
That's awesome.
Think. I don't know. So anyway, and the question is, when I posted this, people were responding. Sometimes this is how, and we've seen this in the past, organizations will buy 10,000 books and give them out free to their members, or they'll buy a bunch of tickets and fill this venue, but then they give these things away, right? Make give tickets to their staffers for free. So maybe this is all on the up and up, and she really has sold 500,000 books to 500,000 individuals and has made that publisher a lot of money and is selling out all these venues for hundreds and hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars per ticket. But maybe there's a little bit of graft in there where it
is Chicago.
Well, I mean, it's all across the country. She's coming to Washington, D.C., and she's doing 2 shows in D.C., Carl.
Yeah, well, I'm going to both of them. Hey, it's a publishing phenomenon, and you can never tell. We have Real Clear Publishing. We put out books. We talked yesterday to Peter Berkowitz. He's turned in the first of his 3-book series, and and I tell authors, hey, you write this book, it's alchemy. One of the worst books this book came out many years ago. You'll remember it. It was every woman in the United States was talking about it. And I thought, if I'm going to keep my, card carrying credentials, I better read it. And then I used to tell people at dinner parties just to pick a page at random, and I'd read a paragraph, and it was and people would start laughing. It was the worst prose. It was called The Bridges of Madison County. And then they made a movie of it. So the joke was on me. I mean, they made
with Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood or something, right?
I think that's right.
Who was in it? It was like big time movie.
Jillions of dollars. So it's it's alchemy, the publishing business. And God bless Kamala Harris for having an unlikely hit. I don't begrudge her this. But here's the question I have. And Tom and I talked about, the 3 of us talked about this morning. I guess this means Kamala Harris is going to run for president. If Randy Weingarten or somebody, the teachers, Chicago teachers, if somebody's out there buying these books at bulk and filling these halls, they may get more than they bargained for.
Okay, I'm just going to add, I don't think we have any evidence that Randy Weingarten.
Well, Tom proposed that. So Tom, I just thought I'd run with
total
that
theory on our part.
Yeah, it's complete rumor mongering. It's fake news. I just made it up. Let's forget that. Let's go back to this.
But it does look.
If you're Kamala Harris and you're seeing this,
right?
Tom was the first to point this out to me.
Well, yeah, one of the consequences of this is going to be she's definitely going to run for president in 2028.
Yeah.
And because she thinks that there's this, she's getting this great reception and making all this money and everybody wants to read her book and talk about it. Even though, to your point, Andy, I haven't read a single positive review about that book since it came out. And most of these reviewers have been sort of left-leaning folks.
Yeah. But that's why I brought this
Democrats
up. The difference
haven't
between
really
elite
been able
opinion,
to say anything nice about it.
That's why I brought up the Bridge of Madison County. Sometimes the elites are out of step.
Yeah. Well, this is according to Politico. Her memoir is on track to match those of Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, and Prince Harry.
So some of the well-known literary lights of the 21st century.
All I'm saying is that it's big numbers.
Those are big numbers. Those are big stars. And
yeah, exactly.
Again, Kamala Harris this is going to, this is going to cement in her mind that she has that sort of star quality.
Yeah. So this is what she told CNN about the book. And this is just so Harris. I don't think this is about nostalgia. I wrote the book with the intention that this would be about remembering where we were only for the purposes of contextualizing this moment and then thinking about where we have to go.
Wait, did you really reread Kamala Harris word salad on our show?
Yes, well, just
what does that even mean?
Well, she's contextualizing the moment. I mean, that I'm just trying to figure out why the book is doing so well, and whatever that is,
yeah, it doesn't give us much help, does it?
He's trying to unburden us from what has been.
Anyway, to that point, we talked about this a little earlier, but she's kind of dissed a lot of her potential rivals in the book, including her former VP and even, I guess, the governor of California and a few other folks. Pete Buttigieg, who reminded us all that
she spoke highly of him.
Well, except that he's gay. He just reminded us
that people
makes
knew
him
that. Andy,
unelectable.
come on, he's like married with kids. They know he's gay.
Right. But,
I think the opposite. I think she sort of announced he's going to be her running mate.
My question is it a better book than we are all allowing it to be? Because she did, to her credit, say some nasty things, not nasty, but things about people, including Joe Biden. And that makes it a more interesting book, Tom.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't read it. So I've read some reviews of it, but I haven't read the book itself. I've seen her talk about the book. Doesn't make me want to read it. But I will say, and I keep going back to this, 2028 can't get here fast enough. I mean, this is going to be on the Democratic side. It's going to be an absolute, knife fight with like 15 people, including Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg and Gavin Newsom, and they're all going to be, jockeying and going at it. So I'm as a, political observer, I'm excited about 2028.
Right. You just want to skip the midterms, go right to 2028.
Yeah, absolutely. Cares about 2026.